You can't beat someone who won't give up. You can't beat someone who never quits. I used to run this in my head. When things were rough, our first year or two in business, I would say you can't beat someone who never quits. Eventually, if I work more, I outwork my competitors, I continue to find ways to improve my business, I continue to find ways, I'm not quitting, I'm grinding, I'm hitting it every day, I will be successful. I used to tell myself that every single day. Don't quit, keep going. Keep going. The guy who keeps going wins eventually. The guy who says, I'm going to figure it out every day is a drawing board. Every day I'm going to erase what I did, figure out a better way to do it. You cannot beat a guy who doesn't give up. You can't beat a guy who refuses to lose. You can't beat a guy who's got a winner mentality. If you want to win in business, you got to have that mentality. You got to have the mentality that, hey, I will find a solution. I don't care what it is, whatever it's going to take. I will not go back to being an employee. I won't go back to working for somebody else providing the money for me. I'm going to provide my own money. I'm going to go out and get my own food in this life. Done making other people rich. I am done making other people rich. I will not give up. You don't understand the opportunity you have. The opportunity for you to start a business, start something of your own, create your own income in this world. 99% of people rely on other people for their money. They rely on a boss and a company to feed them their food, to give them their money. When you're stepping out and you're starting a business, you have to have the mindset that, hey, this is going to work. I'm going to figure this out. And the people that really don't find success in business, those are the people that don't understand that you're never going to have the blueprint. You're never going to have it all figured out. You're never going to understand what to do this, how am I going to scale my company, when am I going to do this? You're never going to have a blueprint. The whole point of scaling a company and growing a company is figuring it out along the way. And that it's going to be challenging, it's going to be so hard, but you have to go back down to the rock that got you started, and that's, you can't beat a guy who doesn't quit. You can't beat me. I have a work ethic now, going into my 4th year in business, that I don't take Saturdays off, I don't take Sundays off, I don't log out at 5 p.m. I leave when the job is done. My competitors don't outwork me. I will outwork them, and I will surpass them down the road. That's the mentality, that you will win and nobody else out there can beat you. That's the mentality you have. You need to form confidence in your abilities. Even if you don't think you have what it takes, you need to believe you do. There's something called tricking your mind and faking it till you made it. I believe that I would be a successful business owner. I believe that I would be where I am today. Somebody asked me, hey, Nate, did you ever think your company would be this big? Did you ever think it would be this successful? Yes. Why do you think I started it? Now, I didn't say that. You're humble, whatever. But behind the scenes, I'm like, hey, bro, this is all part of the plan. Are you kidding me? I'm just getting started up in here. This is all part of the plan. I ain't stopping. I didn't come in this industry to participate. I came in here to take over. You need to be thinking, I didn't come here to participate and be a little tiny entrepreneur. I came here to take over. I didn't come here to be in business for 6 months and walk away and say it wasn't for me. I came here to stay. I am here and I ain't going nowhere. Mentality, man. Mentality keeps you in the game. Mentality keeps you straight. Mentality gets you in the office when you need to be in there. Get your stuff done. Set what you need to be doing for the day. Check off the freaking boxes. Do what you got to do to be successful. Stop thinking, oh, I need a day off. You don't need a day off. You need to go make more money. Go take a day off when you got 10 to 15 million in the bank that's making you 5 million a year, 2 million a year. Go take a break then. You're not taking a break now. Do you understand that as a business owner, the first 5 to 10 years are going to be the hardest because you're doing everything, right? You're doing everything. Even if you have 2 employees, you're doing most of the work. Well, for you to get over that hump to where you can walk into your business and people are doing things for you. A business owner told me one day, he goes, Nate, you know you've made it when you go on vacation and you come back and your business made money without you. That's the goal. Well, you're not going to get there by taking days off when it's just you. You're going to get there by building a company, adding people, continuing to scale your revenue, scale your profitability, build a team so you have a business someday. It is not about you being an entrepreneur making $100,000 a year. No, that's not what it's about. It's about you scaling your company, and that comes with your mindset. Your mindset is, hey, I came here to take over. I am not a participant. Business does not hand out participation trophies. Business hands out trophies to those who win. It is the market that determines who wins. It's not who shows up. You got to show up every single day, find ways to be strategic, find ways to get ahead, find ways to beat your competitors, and always remember that you can do it. I know it's just one thing like, oh, you should believe in yourself, but dang it, you should. Every single time I started implementing stuff in my head, my mindset, before I go into the work week, before I get into my office in the morning, I get my mind right. I get my mind ready to go, because if my mind isn't ready to go, then I'm not going to be able to control my body. My body needs to be sitting in the pocket, sitting in the business, sitting in there and hitting it every single day. And I got to remember what I'm doing this for. I'm doing this for freedom. I'm doing this for ownership. I'm doing this for equity. I'm doing this for legacy. I'm doing this to give my family something that they can see what I created. That it's not about getting other people rich. It's about my direct correlation with my effort. If you're an employee, whatever you put out there and whatever you produce, you will never get reciprocated on that. You made the company $100,000. Thank you. Here's a $2,000 raise. You make your business $100,000, whatever your profit margin is, you're keeping that. It's adding back to your company's value. You are reciprocating what you put in as a business owner. So in your mind, there should be no alternative. Quitting? Are you kidding? I'm not going back. I'm going back to that. Why would I go back to that? I'm not going to go make somebody else rich. Heck no, man. I'm going to figure it out because I know the alternative is not what I want to do, man. That is horrible. I could not go sit in a company and go be positive and upbeat about making you money when I know that I can go do it myself. If you have that mentality, maybe you don't. I don't know. I knew I had that mentality pretty quickly, and I worked in the corporate America for 9 years. And I knew I had it pretty quickly. I was like, yep, I don't think I want to go make so-and-so rich. I think it's time for me to do it myself. And I remember a guy at a company, the owner, took me for a drive around his neighborhood. And this is when it all switched for me. This is the cornerstone. If I could write anything down or have some sort of whatever, and I named my company after this. Took me in a neighborhood. It's called Wexford neighborhood in Hilton Head Island. You can look it up, Wexford, right? Costs like $40,000 a year to live there. You get a boat slip, golf course. You can't golf on the golf course unless you live there. The houses are amazing, immaculate, massive houses. I remember asking the owner, I'm like, who else lives in here? Like, how do you get to live in here? And he said, Nate, and I think he didn't understand telling me this because he didn't think I would actually go do it, but I did. In order to live in this neighborhood, you have to own something. You don't get in here by working for somebody else, being an employee. You get in here by ownership. So-and-so owns that, so-and-so owns this, blah, 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 blah. Going down the list while we're walking down the road. And it just stuck to me that if I want freedom, if I want what life provides when you have money, I need to own something. That's it. That the sure way to become rich in our world is through ownership. That if you do not own business, real estate, whatever, shares in a company, you won't be rich. You have to own something. And a lot of these people started a business, grew the business, sold the business continues to run, and they still have equity, partial equity in that business, continues to grow and sell it off again. And it just clicked in my head. I said, dang it, I need ownership. I need to get ownership, or I will never become wealthy. I will never become extraordinarily wealthy outside of $2 to $3 million a year. That's it. And I said, well, why can't I do that? What's stopping me from doing that? And I remember meeting with business owners at the company I was working for, and I remember seeing them and sitting down and being like, why'd you start your business? Blah, blah, blah. And the common theme was they weren't the smartest people. They weren't the 4.0s. One guy actually got fired because he got in a fight with his boss, went and started his company 30 million later. So I said, it's not the smart people. What is it? It's the people that took a chance, stepped out, and started a business. That's it. The wealthy people in our world today took a chance on themselves. They bet on themselves. They said, yep, I'll do it. I'll try it. Why don't I do it for myself? That's the mentality. And if you have that, that will eat at you until you start that business. So if you have that mentality and that's what you believe in, don't let somebody take that away from you. Don't let yourself let you down. That means when it's time to work, you freaking work, man. You work because you know that that's what needs to be done for you to achieve that. Remember that back. Remember where you came from. Remember why you started. And that's how you keep going. That's how you find solutions, because you're like, I am not going back. And I won't go back, man. I will not go work in a company. Heck no. My company blows up tomorrow, I'm starting another one. I ain't going back, because I have that mentality. And I know that if I don't give up, nobody can beat me. I know that if I keep showing up every day, find solutions, do research, hit it every day, be strategic, I will win. And I will look up someday and I will have millions and millions and millions of dollars. I've seen my net worth soar like crazy for my business. The value of my business, continue to grow it, soar. I believe in this. I believe in what I'm talking about. Okay? So if you're looking for a channel, hey, where can I get information? Where can I get something from, get my mind right, get my entrepreneurial mindset right? It's this channel, man. Hit like and subscribe, and I will provide content to you on the daily. Hey, thanks for watching that video. If you're looking for a business idea or how to buy a business, I have the blueprint for you, Your Next Business. It's a free ebook that I wrote. You can download it for free if you click the link in my video description. Let me help you become an entrepreneur today.